The Strain That Stole Christmas. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
If you've been, alive in the world lately, you know that there's a new strain of COVID called Omicron. But as quickly as the strain has appeared, there's been talk of a holiday-specific conspiracy around it, and insanely enough, that's what we're talking about today. It's the Omicron Anagram controversy just in time for Christmas. On November 24th, 2021, the new Omicron variant, formerly called SARS-CoV-2B.1.1.529 was reported to the World Health Organization by specimens collected on November 11th, 2021 in Botswana and on November 14th, 2021 in South Africa. 2 days later, it was named Omicron and classified as a variant of concern. Stunningly, on December 1st, 2021, the first confirmed U.S. case of Omicron was identified in San Francisco from a traveler who returned from South Africa. Using genomic surveillance, we're seeing Omicron appear in more and more states. I'm sure you've seen it on the news. I feel like every headline is like, Indiana has it. That's the headline from today. While Delta continues to be the main variant, how long that will be the case remains to be seen, as Omicron, while having milder symptoms, is generally more and easily transmittable. Moderna's president, Dr. Stephen Hoax, hope I'm saying that right, says, quote, "This thing is a Frankenstein mix of all the greatest hits," referring to the variant's many concerning mutations. Quote, "It just triggered every one of our alarm bells." Fringe groups have latched onto the variant as being a threat to the upcoming holiday season. It's a leap, I know. Omicron, who some people mistakenly call Omicron B, dropping the numbers 1, 1, 5, and 29, equally valuable in identifying the strain, have discovered the anagram no crimbo within it. Crimbo being the old British slang for Christmas. Theorists say that this is a clear sign that there would be no Christmas this year, another threat to humans from the powers that be. Who these powers be are likely Big Pharma, the government, the World Health Organization, any world leader who inflicts health and masking mandates. There's a lot of different sources from what I've gathered. Still, this anagram is gaining traction and attention, and people are talking about it. Another piece of fuel to add to the conspiracy fire. I think Eugene84's tweet encapsulates the whole sentiment around it pretty well. He says, "Use lot wearing your lickle masks, yeah? Won't catch me wearing one, as much as catching a fart in your keks. First, they police your face, then they police your, all caps, mind, taps head. Omicron B equals no crimbo. Wake up, sheeple. It's all a plan by the woke mob to cancel Christmas." A note on variant names: the World Health Organization began naming variants to avoid public confusion. There are presently 7 different types of variants of interest and variants of concern, each with its own Greek letter. Lots of theorists look to Greek lettering for possible subliminal messages. But we're going to give you a little subliminal message now in this break. Okay, for no crimbo to work, though, the complete name of the variant has to be used. Omicron B.1.1.5.29. The problem is that the variant isn't called Omicron B in popular discourse and needs those numbers. But going with the letters available to theorists for an anagram, you could take the same letters on to create crimbo on. Christmas is on, people. Another anagram that comes from these letters is moronic and micronob, as people share when the conspiracy is discussed on Reddit and Twitter. Some others also say that crimbo is spelled with an H, so there's that. Speaking of crimbo, nobody calls Christmas crimbo except the British, and even they mostly think the term is pretty outdated, which kind of suggests that the entire world is now the mercy of a variant created specifically to ruin the holiday of Her Majesty's United Kingdom and Her Majesty's United Kingdom only. If we have more strains of corona, I hate to even say that or bring that up, and I'm so sorry, the next letters to be used will likely be pi, sigma, or tau. Conspiracy theorists, cross your fingers on sigma, which can be made into way more words than pi or tau.
I don't understand what it means to not have Christmas. Like, what does that mean? Like, what is that? Does anyone stop and think, like, what is being stopped? Like, what is that?
Like, no, yeah. Like the holiday itself, or just the spirit of, you mean?
Yeah, I know, like, a war on Christmas is something that people have used to kind of galvanize their people one way or another, but it always exists because it's a holiday.
It's in our hearts?
I mean, I guess if people were like, you cannot spend money on anything, you have to work on Christmas. It's not a national holiday.
Yeah.
and it would be illegal to decorate anything, I guess. And I guess if, if a Christian or whatever, all churches would be closed and padlocked on Christmas. If those things happened, I would be like, okay, maybe there is one, but none of those things ever really happen, and you're allowed to do it. And it's a very financially driven holiday. I mean, it's not trying to even I'm trying to,
for sure,
I'm not trying to slag on it. Yeah, no. I'm using some more British slang, but it's financially driven a lot.
For sure.
And last I checked, like the powers that be, big this and big that, love money.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to keep you alive to make money off of you.
Now, if you're somebody who's listening and you're a skeptic and you're like, well, you can't see any other side of it. I will say is that if it was a thing to keep people from spending time with other people, like family, and those families that, that strengthens that family bond, I could see that being not for me. I don't think I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
But I could see, if I had to stretch my imagination, and just to be fair to anyone who's listening that might be conspiracy minded, I could see that being a thing. But also, that also takes money away because people spend money on Christmas. They spend money to travel.
Yeah, to see family. Which again, I think the argument is like not getting vaxxed mean you are separated from your family. The idea of a pandemic and quarantining means you are separated from your family. So I kind of get how that feels interrupted, which I'm pissed off about too. Yeah. I think we're all pretty pissed off about that.
I mean, maybe there are people that do love it for whatever reasons. We don't like it the same way other people don't like it.
Yeah.
It's just our
a secret love.
Point of view or agenda is not the same. I think a lot of people just share in the same thing. And this is probably the most we've ever talked about this.
Absolutely. And honestly, I'm annoyed that we're even talking about it, but I selected it because I think I was trying to go through other Christmas controversies because I didn't want to give you a murder thing on Christmas. I was like, let's leave them with something that isn't a horrific murder. So going through conspiracies and things that I could talk about. And there's a lot of the fucking war, the Starbucks cup controversy. It's like people attacking different things. And this is so of the moment. And anything is fodder for attack, which is unbelievable to me at this point. Maybe not. Maybe I should be believing it.
Anyone who doesn't listen is in a war against Ghost Town. And you're winning.
Uh-oh.